G'day, g'day. It's the 4th of November 2021. I just wanted to come on here today and have a little chat about some things I've heard lately which indicate what I was talking about, a dream I had once with the Chinese bombers, that this could be a reality pretty soon. China's just given their citizens an emergency sort of announcement to stock up on food for about a year, for in case of emergencies. There was some trouble in the South China Sea with one of the subs, American sub. Its nose was totally damaged and run aground in the end because it had no sight. It was running blind. China's said that they haven't been forthcoming, honest about it. America said they ran into a pint-sized object at first, then they said they ran aground. They sent a ship to restock another sub over there with other missiles, so something might be going on. I wouldn't be surprised while all the leaders are overseas if something big goes on too, especially with La Palma. That's looking more likely. They even talk about wanting to bomb it. But I think we're going to be in war soon. I had something else come to mind. We're in the 11th month now. I had that dream about 3 months ago where I was praying about having a dream, and all I dreamt was, like the red numbers on a clock in the dark, 11, 11, and then oddly just a 2. I've always wondered what the 2 was. I always thought it was the 11th of November that the dream was about. Well, last night I dreamt, and all I remember from the dream was I was reading it in like a newspaper article and hearing that the time is 2 p.m. So, I don't know, it could be nothing. It could be me just wondering about it yesterday because of what's going on, the potential new 9/11 being, the Palmer situation. But yeah, it could be that, but, it could be something else as well. I've always felt strongly that we're going to be in a war by the end of the year with China, because it suits the situation now where most people have taken on, have shown the authorities how much they're willing to follow the propaganda. So any war, they're going to all be back and believe in the story that it's nation versus nation rather than, complicity between all leaders. Like, I don't for a minute think that Macron and Morrison are not performing theatre for us. This must have some point where France probably won't help us. Interesting that China and Russia stayed away from the climate change meeting. I think personally it'll kick off in the Ukraine and Taiwan with Russia and China, and it might even involve a synchronistic attack on the US. So the US economy is just a real joke. The banks are just buying up all assets, destroying the middle class. So we're on borrowed time now, food running out, inflation. If you haven't sought the heavens yet, I don't know what to tell you, but you're gonna. It reminds me of the 5 foolish virgins who last minute be running around looking for that oil. It's gonna be a real test of character. I hope Yahushua, shortened version, comes back and helps us. We know he has to, because all life will perish soon, and you can see with what they're putting inside the squirt that this is highly likely. You know, the blood and lymph node capable hydras that continually multiply. Now they've got, I heard, they're engineering nematodes, worms, for gut worms for the US Army to help them against bioweapons. Wow. So all these people have taken the squirter and joined things at the moment, oblivious to the fact that they're going to drop soon too, with their personal levels of T cells going down hard. It's going to be multi-layered, big time, all over. Australian Army, from what I've seen, one report, which has been mirrored a couple of times on truth channels, of some Aussie talking. I don't know where it was. He was saying that one of his mates is a commander or something, and they're really worried because they're training Australian troops to go door to door to force squirt. Meanwhile, we've got massive quarantine facilities. There must be a lot more refuseniks than what they're stating with the size of them, unless they're planning to like make. Oh man, I just had a thought. It's like the convict situation, take two, build massive ones for all the centres around the world, just in the prison island. So anyway, it's raining here non-stop at the moment, and it's nice to have a bit of a change from the heat that's been the last few days, even though I know it's all just probably bad to go out in. Yeah, so I'm a bit reluctant to put that dream out there. I don't say God speaks to me. I think anyone who says that is a shill, basically a liar, because that's just my personal opinion, that especially with what they say and their own doctrines as well, they're just, I don't know, it seems like people trying to pretend. Maybe they're wishfully thinking that the voices that they hear is their own consciousness, or urges, just some of the urges they have, getting words. I'm getting a word, destruction. And then I got the thought, aluminium, just ridiculous crap. There's false Christ, messiahs, anointed ones, and prophets everywhere on YouTube, and they'll suck in the newbies, that's for sure. But the long hard road of faith is not wrapped up with miracles and titillation, excitement, but rather patient, enduring, which is very difficult. But having said that, he does give dreams and things, and maybe that was significant. I mean, it was weird that all I had dreamt that night was just blackness and the big red numbers, 11-11-2, after prayer and fasting. So, yeah, I'm no prophet, that's for sure. I'd never want to claim that, but it might be interesting because 9/11 or 11/9 is just before that anyway, so it's all coming to a head. Bring it on. Otherwise, it's just, we know we're not going back. It's limbo. It's going to be interesting, but when they start dropping. Anyway, it's nearly 10 minutes and it takes me ages to upload. So I'll leave it at that. Hope you're all well. Crying out to Yahuwah, or Yah, if you like to shorten it. But we all have a creator, and this is a test now, whether you'll fall into fear and want to return evil with evil, or if you have the faith to be able to walk into that lion's den and know that if you're meant to die, it is His will, and you'll do it with glory, knowing that you'll save your life eternally. Or I lost my train of thought then. I started thinking about the internment camps. Gosh, anyway, I'll leave it there, 10 minutes 30. See ya.